Hi, welcome back to another video. I have been asked this question time and time again. Can strengthening my lower back help with my recurrent back pain? Well, the simple answer is not necessarily. You probably know 80% of individuals have experienced back pain at some points in their lives. And there are numerous causes for this. However, the majority of back pain cases are musculoskeletal in nature. That is, there are no structural problems, such as disc or other pathologies. The most common causes of musculoskeletal back pain are postural and core dysfunction. And one of the most common causes of postural lower back pain is lower cross syndrome, also known as the anterior pelvic tilt. This very common postural problem is associated with muscle imbalances with tightened hip flexors and lower erector spinae, weak glutes and core. Well, if your back pain is caused by the lower cross syndrome, your lower back muscles are already tight. If you perform exercises to further strengthen these muscles, it will simply exacerbate your anterior pelvic tilt and back pain. So what should you do? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why strengthening your back is not necessarily the right approach and show you the corrective exercises to eliminate your back pain. Well, if you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. First up, the lower cross syndrome is the result of muscle imbalances which can occur when muscles are constantly shortened or lengthened in relation to each other. It is characterized by a specific pattern of muscle weaknesses and tightness that cross between the dorsal and the ventral sides of the body. There is overactivity and hence tightness of the hip flexors and lower back muscles such as the erector spinae. There is weakness of the deep abdominal core muscles on the ventral side and the glutes on the dorsal side. These imbalances result in an anterior tilt of the pelvis, increased flexion of the hips, and a compensatory hypolordosis in the lumbar spine. Now the question is, how do you know if you have an anterior pelvic tilt? Well, you can use a simple test known as the Thomas test to determine if you have an incorrectly aligned pelvis. First, lie on your back on a table or bench. Your entire upper body as well as your hips and thighs should be on the table. Make sure that there's no excessive arching of your lower back. Your knees should be bent and your calves and feet should hang off the edge of the table. Gently grab under one thigh with your hands and pull your knee towards your chest. If your opposite thigh remains flat on the table, congratulations! It is likely that you don't have any anterior pelvic tilt. However, if your opposite thigh pops up off the table, it is a sign that your hip flexors are tight and you might have an anterior pelvic tilt. Now let's consider the question, why strengthening your lower back will not help with your back pain if it is caused by an anterior pelvic tilt? Remember that back pain caused by lower cross syndrome is extremely common. Well, this is because strengthening your back muscles will further increase tightness and possibly result in more pronounced weakness. A tight muscle should be released and then stretched and then strengthened. Let's now consider this holistic approach a little bit more. First, trigger point release of the tightened muscles. For the lower cross syndrome, the spinal lumbar erector spinae are tight due to formation of trigger points. You can effectively release the trigger points of your lower back muscles by using a trigger point ball against the wall as shown. Hold onto the painful spot for as long as it takes until the pain dissipates. Keep breathing during the process. But don't expect complete release of these trigger points in one go. It takes prolonged and consistent efforts and may take weeks or months of repeated release of the more stubborn trigger points, so be patient. Now, release the trigger points of the hip flexors using a foam roller as shown. Once you have released the tightened tissues, we now have to stretch them. To stretch your erector spinae, lie supine in a fetal position. Bring your knees to your chest with your arm wrapped around your knees. Hold this position for 20 seconds. For your hip flexors, you can try this half kneeling hip flexor stretch. Begin by kneeling on the floor. Bring your right leg in front of you so that your right thigh is parallel to the floor, with your right knee bent at 90-degree angle and your foot flat on the floor. Leave your left knee on the floor, making sure that your shin is pointing straight back. With your back straight, shift your weight forward until you feel a stretch through the front of your left thigh. For even deeper stretch, reach your left arm up overhead and slightly towards the right. And then hold this for 20 seconds. And then repeat on the other side. Next, we need to strengthen the once weakened muscles, typically the abdominal core and the glutes. There are literally many ways to strengthen your core, and I have uploaded a video on the 3 best exercises to effectively strengthen your core, the McGill Big 3. Please take a look. Here is a brief summary. Drop one foot, does not matter which one. Have your hand under your lower back, which act as pressure sensors. They are going to pick up if you round your back. First, raise your core, turn all those muscles on. Pick your head up just slightly off the floor and hold it for 10 seconds. The hold is the most important part. We are not moving the spine. The emphasis here is on stability, that is to lock your spine in place. If your neck feels uncomfortable, start by tucking your chin in first before lifting your head off the floor. I don't want to see you curling your head off the ground. By holding it here and by keeping your core braced, all the muscles on the front of your spine, like the rectus abdominis, transversus abdominis, are turning on to stiffen the spine. So do 6 repetitions in a row. There is no one size fit all when it comes to hitting all the parts of the spine, because there are a lot of muscles that make up the core. So we need a variety of exercises to really hit all the parts. Now the next exercise, the side plank. Start with the easiest variation with bent knees and elbow. Lift up and hold. A great exercise to hit the side of the core and the glute medius. 10 seconds hold and back down. 6 repetitions on each side. If this is too easy, try the full side plank. Hold for 10 seconds, turning on those muscles on the side of the core. We're limiting unwanted motions, stabilizing the spine and locking it in place. 6 repetitions each side for 10 seconds. Lastly, we hit the back of the core. What most people would do is prone spinal extension, like the Superman. Again, you're moving your spine into an overarch, into an extension. Remember, our objective here is to limit unwanted motion and to create stability. So what do? Lock the spine on a neutral position and stabilize around that. The bird dog is a great exercise for that. Very low load on the spine. Get onto all fours. Find the neutral position. You're not rounding your back or hyperextending your spine. Brace your core and go opposite. Right hand extensions, left leg out. Hold for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, keep the spine braced. Slowly come back. Not moving the spine. Bring in your right fist to your left knee. Back out. Hold for 10 seconds. This knee flexion motion is similar to that of a squat. Don't curve your back when you return your fist to touch your knee. Keep a neutral spine. Keep the core braced. Common mistake, kicking the leg far too high. What happens to the back? It overarches. It hyperextends. Just keep your foot a couple of inches off the ground. Make a fist as hard as you can with your hand. By doing that, you're activating the muscles of your upper back too. If you do the bird dog correctly and create as much tension from fist to your foot, it is tough. Now we need to strengthen our weakened glutes due to prolonged sitting. There are many ways to strengthen your glutes. Apart from exercises such as glute bridges, hip thrusts, cable hip extensions, I'm going to demonstrate one great exercise which is great for the unilateral glute activation as well as for your core and balance. The single leg Romanian deadlift. Stand with both feet under your hips. Shift your weight to the right leg with a slight bend in the knee. Begin to drive your left foot back, keeping it straight. Simultaneously, slowly start hinging at the waist, tipping your torso forward until it is almost parallel to the floor, keeping your arms straight at the bottom of the position. Your body should be in a straight line from the top of your head to the bottom of your left foot. Then begin pulling your left leg forward while keeping it straight and lift your torso up until you are standing again. That is 1 rep. Repeat 12 repetitions on one side and then switch legs. So, I've explained to you in this video the correct ways to manage your back pain if it is caused by the lower cross syndrome. And strengthening your back is not the solution to your back pain. That said, the information presented in this video is generalized. Please seek further advice from the medical professionals if you do suffer from back pain. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.